There's a reason regenerative gardeners have started mixing sugar with grass clippings. It works faster than compost or fertilizer when reviving dead compacted soil. This simple combination can turn a dull, lifeless patch of lawn into a living, breathing soil system almost overnight. The trick lies not in feeding the grass itself, but in feeding the soil life that supports it. Once you understand how this works, you'll see why this sweet and green blend might be the most effective soil revival technique you've never tried. The real reason most lawns die isn't nutrient loss, it's microbe starvation. When lawns start yellowing, patching, or compacting, most gardeners reach for fertilizer. But what's actually happening below the surface is microbial collapse. The soil's living organisms, the bacteria, fungi, and protozoa that build humus and feed roots, go dormant when they lack simple carbon food. Without them, even a nutrient-rich soil becomes biologically dead. Sugar reawakens that system instantly. It acts as a direct carbon energy source for soil microbes. When applied to moist soil, sugar dissolves quickly and feeds bacteria, which then multiply and produce enzymes that break down organic matter. That burst of microbial activity releases trapped nutrients and softens compacted layers. Within days, the topsoil begins to breathe again. This isn't theory, it's simple soil chemistry. Microbes need three things: oxygen, moisture, and a carbon source. Fertilizers only provide minerals. Sugar, on the other hand, energizes the biological machine that makes those minerals available to plants. So, here's why mixing sugar with grass clippings really multiplies the effect. Sugar wakes microbes up, but, they still need nitrogen to actually grow. Grass clippings are packed with nitrogen, amino acids, and chlorophyll, which supply exactly what bacteria need to multiply rapidly. The sugar provides fuel while the grass brings in protein. Together they create a balanced microbial food web that works kind of like a slow-release fertilizer, without burning roots or messing with your soil's pH. When you spread this mix over the soil, decomposition starts pretty much immediately. The bacteria go for the sugar first, which sparks a surge of activity, raises the soil temperature just a bit, and even wakes up dormant fungal spores. Then, as the grass clippings break down, nitrogen and micronutrients flow into the soil. This whole sequence actually mimics the natural decomposition of meadow plants, one of the fastest and most balanced humus-building processes in nature. So, a good ratio for garden or lawn restoration is, well, 1 handful of sugar for every full bucket of fresh grass clippings. Just mix the sugar directly into the clippings before spreading, so it coats everything evenly. Spread it about ½ inch thick across bare or struggling soil, then lightly water to activate it. The moisture really helps dissolve the sugar and wakes the microbes instantly. As the sugar-grass mixture breaks down, soil bacteria begin releasing organic acids and carbon dioxide. These soften compacted soil particles, creating micropores where oxygen and moisture can enter. Next, fungi move in, binding these loosened particles with glomalin, a sticky protein that holds soil together and, actually helps prevent erosion. So, this process actually turns those crusted or dry patches into spongy, breathable soil again. Earthworms sense all the activity in return, following the microbial scent trail. Their castings add even more structure and nutrients, and within a week or two, you'll start to notice grass roots, exploring deeper and new shoots popping up where there were once just barren spots. Unlike fertilizer, which gives a quick green up followed by burnout, sugar and grass create a self-reinforcing biological cycle. Once the microbes are active, they feed off dead roots, leaves, and organic matter in the soil itself, building lasting fertility from within. The sugar and grass trick proves that soil health doesn't depend on expensive inputs, but on restoring biological balance. The more life you feed, the more nutrients your soil produces naturally. It's the same principle regenerative farmers use when they apply molasses or compost teas to rebuild microbial activity on a large scale. You can achieve the same transformation right in your backyard, lawn, or raised beds with nothing more than the clippings from your mower and a scoop of sugar. The results speak for themselves. Patches that refuse to grow turn green again, compacted soil loosens, and the ground begins to feel alive underfoot. You're not just fixing symptoms, you're rebuilding the living foundation of the soil. If you found this guide useful and want to keep discovering natural, field-tested methods that rebuild soil life without chemicals or waste, make sure to subscribe to Hydrohaven and share this with someone who's ready to restore their soil the natural way. Every handful of sugar and grass you apply brings your soil one step closer to being truly alive again.